Yo, according to my analytics, only 2% of you who watch my videos are actually subscribed. That is a very low number. If you're watching this video and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me as a small creator. I really do want to grow one day and become big. So please do subscribe for plenty of more Nintendo content. And on with the video.
Sunrise.
I think it's safe to say that nobody was expecting that last Nintendo Direct. I mean, it just came out absolutely nowhere. And there are mixed opinions on it. I suppose if you aren't really a Splatoon fan, there wasn't any bombshell announcements there. Personally, I think it was a pretty decent Direct. I don't think it needed to be as long as it was, but it's all good. But I think the next question that everyone is wondering is, when is the next Nintendo Direct? I mean, don't get me wrong, we have had a lot of activity from Nintendo recently. I mean, we had the Smash character release, we had some big Pokemon news, and in terms of game releases, there's a lot of third-party titles such as Monster Hunter, Story of Seasons, and of course, new Pokemon Snap is on the horizon. But there is one notable thing missing. Zelda. And I know we had Skyward Sword HD revealed recently, but there is no way that is the only thing they have planned for the Zelda anniversary this year. I refuse to believe. I honestly think that they are waiting for Mario to die on the 31st of March, which at the time of recording this video, oh, it is actually the 31st of March today, so he's dead now. So that means that they can focus on Zelda. I mean, it does make sense to wait. They don't want two of their biggest franchises' anniversaries clashing with each other. So now that Mario's gone, we can hopefully expect to see some more Zelda soon. I did originally think that they were going to do like a separate Zelda anniversary direct, maybe in April or something. But now that they've revealed Skyward Sword HD in another direct, I don't really see them having just a separate Zelda anniversary direct like they did for Pokemon and Mario. So seeing as they probably won't have a separate Zelda anniversary direct in April, will they have any direct in April? Honestly, I just feel like they don't need to. They have so much stuff lined up until E3. They can just sit back, relax, and just wait for a big E3 direct. Unless they do a partner showcase in April, which I could see happening. But at the same time, like I said, they really don't need to do it if they don't want to. But let's talk about this big E3 direct. I feel like the main focus is going to be Zelda. Hopefully Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD finally make the jump from Wii U to the Switch. It'll be great to see those. They are still rumored for this year, by the way, so it's very likely we'll see those at E3. And of course, Breath of the Wild 2. I feel like they'll at least be able to get a little bit of gameplay ready for E3 time, but I definitely don't think that game is going to be ready for release this year. I feel like next year is going to be the year for Breath of the Wild 2. But moving on from Zelda, Metroid. It is also the anniversary year for Metroid this year, so it would be sweet to see something released this year. I feel like the most likely scenarios would be a 2D Metroid or a Metroid Prime trilogy, which both have been rumored for years and years now. If I were to pick one, I would go for the first one being 2D Metroid, because I feel like they're going to want to save that trilogy right before Metroid Prime 4 comes out, just so it is fresh in people's mind. Also, another anniversary, Donkey Kong is celebrating his big 40th year anniversary. That is insane. And honestly, as unfortunate as it is, I feel like we're not going to get anything, not even a mention of the anniversary of Donkey Kong, which is such a shame. But a new Donkey Kong Country game would be absolutely amazing. Also, Kirby, that's going to happen sooner rather than later, so why not throw it in at E3? We've been hearing about this 3D Kirby game for years now, and it would be great to finally see some gameplay, because it is about time that Kirby made a leap into a new step, because 2D Kirby games, as great as they are getting a bit stale, just like the new Super Mario games. So it would be great to see a 3D Kirby shown this year. And of course, Smash Bros. Definitely this is going to be here. Some people even think they're going to reveal the final two characters here. I don't think that's going to happen, because they are going to want to stretch this out as much as possible, unless they are planning on doing another Fighters Pass, which again, I feels kind of slim, but hey, I'm all for it if it's gonna happen. But yeah, it would be sweet to have two fighters. They did it with E3 in 2019, so if they do it again, it'll be sweet. And lastly, the Nintendo Switch Pro. Could it be here? Could this be the big thing that they want to show off with Breath of the Wild 2? It's very, very, very possible. At the same time though, maybe they want to save a console announcement like this for separate. Maybe they just want to do a random trailer drop like they did with the Switch Lite in September. At the same time though, I feel like they are going to want to push this one a little bit more, because it is a big upgrade going into 4K here. So who knows? Maybe they'll show it here. Maybe they'll show some improvements to Nintendo Switch Online with it as well, which would be great. I would love to see the Nintendo 64 games or Game Boy games finally come over. So I'm saying it's 50-50 with the Switch Pro. It would be huge to show it at E3, but at the same time, if they do announce it in June and then they release it in November around the holidays time, it's going to put a lot of people off who want to buy a Switch late summer early fall. So it's like 50-50. Who knows what they'll do? Either way, I'm sure this E3 is going to be super exciting. There's going to be a bunch of amazing announcements. Oh, and one last thing, Fire Emblem. I feel like that's going to be there in some way, shape, or form. But I could go on forever with these predictions. I could have made a bunch of safe ones, like there's going to be third-party announcements, Pokemon might be showing a bit more, etc, etc. Either way, E3 is fastly approaching. I'm super excited. I'm super excited that the directs are back as well. And Nintendo seems to be stepping it up big time this year.
Sunrise.